All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just spoke to the gentleman in blue. We have to try to hurry this along because we got a permit time limit. We're going to try to get it extended a little bit. So we're going to shuffle it around. Our next speaker is going to be our last speaker. She brings a message from Diane Ravitch, who, as you know, had replacement knee surgery this past Friday. She's recuperating about 1.5 miles away from here, but she was kind enough to give Leonie Haimson a message to read from her. Leonie is also the executive director of Class Size Matters, has been fighting for class size and the rights to student privacy for years. So let me give you Leonie Haimson.
Hello, everyone. Lately, we've had some successes in exposing the flawed, secretive, and damaging policies involved in the corporate takeover of our schools. The lessons of the Pearson pineapple and Bill Gates in bloom are that despite all their billions, the ignorant oligarchs and plutocrats, the arrogant privateers and hedge funders, the venal corporations and venture capitalists, all of whom want to perform their abusive experiments on our schools and our children, all of them can be beat. Millions of parents and teachers can no longer be ignored. From the death of In Bloom in April to the election of Ross Baraka in Newark just a few weeks ago, we know now that we have the numbers and the smarts to defeat these guys. We will beat them in the court of public opinion and in the ballot box and, if necessary, in the streets. Now I'm going to read the statement of someone whose absence we all miss today. Our hero, our superwoman, our patron saint, all rolled into one, Diane Ravitch. Thank you, Leonie, for agreeing to deliver this message on my behalf. There's only one thing that could keep me from being with you today, and that one thing is surgery. And that one thing happened. I had a major knee replacement on May 9th, and I'm in rehab right now. Actually, I'm not so far away, maybe 1 mile away, so if you make enough noise, maybe I can hear you. Try it. If you hate tests that make children cry, shout out loud, shout no more. If you think that children spend too many hours getting tested, shout no more. If you think that children should not be forced to spend taking 6 hours to take tests in reading and math, shout no more. If you think that teachers should write their own tests instead of getting Pearson, getting $32 million to write lousy tests, shout no more.
No more! Okay.
If you hate the idea that the city...
No more.
Okay. Mark Nason is going to say no more with us. Just in case Diane can't hear without him. If you hate the idea that the city has to pay rent for schools run by billionaires, shout no more.
No more!
If you think that charter schools should pay their own rent, shout no more.
No more!
If you think co-locations are a terrible idea, shout no more.
No more!
If you hate the idea that teachers are judged by the test scores of their students, shout no more.
No more!
If you think that Pearson and Google and other corporations should stop data mining our children and invading our privacy, shout no more.
No more!
If you think that your child is really a child and not a data point, shout no more.
No more!
If you care more about your child's health and happiness than his test scores, shout no more.
No more!
Thank you. I heard you. I was listening.
Okay.
It's not over. We know what the billionaires, the hedge fund managers, Bill Gates, Deefer, and Governor Cuomo want for their own children. They want them in They want them in boot camps where they are tested nonstop. They want, for our children, sorry. They want them in boot camps where they're tested nonstop. They want our teachers harassed until they quit and are replaced by TFA. They want us to give up on public education and allow them to monetize our schools and our children. Do you want this to happen? No more! Let's talk about what we do want for our children and our grandchildren. We want them to have the same things that Bill Gates and Michael Bloomberg and the hedge fund managers want for their children. We want small classes. We want experienced and respected teachers. We want medical services available for all children whenever they need it. We want real libraries with real librarians. We want counselors and social workers and psychologists. We want classes in the arts. We want a school band with real instruments and uniforms. We want a chorus with a musical director. We want teachers of music and art and video production and graphics. We want our kids to have foreign languages and history and civics and the sciences. We want well-equipped labs with the latest technology. We want physical education for our kids, not once or twice a week, but every day. We want our kids to grow up healthy and happy. We want an end to homelessness and hunger. We want an end to poverty. We want a fair tax code that reduces the shameful inequality that now blights our nation. We want to be #1 in the world in child health and well-being, not #1 among the advanced nations of the world in child poverty. We want to be a nation where no child grows up without a home, without a safe neighborhood, and without economic security. We want schools where children are loved, regardless of who they are or what their condition. We want schools where every child has the chance to develop their talents and hopes and dreams without being labeled by a test score. We want to enrich our children, not our test makers. We want teachers who are well prepared and choose teaching as their career, not as a resume builder. We want the American dream to come true for every child. We want good schools for every child. We will not rest. We will not tarry. We will not be satisfied until we stop the corporate attack on our public schools. We will not let hedge fund managers turn our public schools into their profit centers. We will not forgive Governor Cuomo for handing out special privileges to the charter school billionaires who fund his campaign. We will not rest until we provide equality of educational opportunity for all our children. Is this what you want? Shout yes. Shout it loud one more time and I will hear you. Yes. Thank you for helping me recover. Thank you for fighting not just for your own child, but for all our children. Parents and educators together, we are many. We will not be defeated. We will prevail. Thank you and God bless you all.